lifted that front end at about 110 feet, you could see that we were spraying a lot of fuel out of the front side. He's off of the tractor. You can see him right in. We saw him come loose. He's okay. Shot down.
Leon Overholzer. He's been running this tractor for now 24 years. He has now encountered, I think, a 180 before this. So he has been out here running in the early days of Buck Motorsports Park. We're glad he's here on the 40th anniversary of Summer Nationals. He had a turbo go out on him a few weeks ago, and has it replaced now. Hopefully it's working. Boy.
I don't blame him for backing out.
No, not at all.
Well, that's what you call banging the Charger right there, baby. I'll tell you right now.
The old man. So we'll see what he can do with that John Deere. This is Big Green. Good looking John Deere.
Well, fans, that's another turbo right there. Obviously, here's stuff like that. Farm Boys Fantasy now. Mike Sanford down of Edinburgh, Indiana, Colorado. Farm Boys Fantasy. Maybe an oil hose off or something, and also might have been a turbo. I think he busted a good box to let go of these things too, but well, they got it out already. Might be just a little bit back with the vacuum of the tractor too.
Sounds like they burned the piston on the Jolly Green Giant. And she's breathing pretty hard on the bottom side there, Chris. You see the white smoke coming out the breather on the bottom. Usually a telltale sign that they burn a piston.
Looks like a U-joint right off the back of the drive shaft.
But we got good news.
What's that?
He bought the extended warranty.
Hey!
Tyrannosaurus, Joe Menser. He had a tall gear. I suspect that gear in over a 30-mile-an-hour. All right, here we go now on the E3 side of the track, 3-3 track. Power plant all night long. He was still hooking, all of a sudden a little sputter and pop in the end.
All the U-joints stay where they are.
Yeah. I mean, this track's probably gotten tightened up a little more than it's been since they first came out here. Back down a bit. What came off the front there?
Tyler Dillon out of Fountain Run, Kentucky. And the guy started going at smoking. And the drive shaft. Let him go right there. I was smoking, ladies and gentlemen. Braden Ceramic. Anyway, Braden Ceramic up next. He'll be our test puller on the 8,000-pound diesel supersonic. Whoa! Not the way he wanted that. Here's the first turn now, Cody out of Storm Lake, Iowa, are here with their young children. They, they do a little horse show, and the girls do. But anyway, Jeff Savard on the diesel superstock side. Running that white line at the last minute, it went boom. Yes. Unfortunately, just before he spins her in. And I don't know what happened to Tabitha's hair. Those ladies, root her on, looking to go past 351. She lost the blower belt as soon as she hammered it. You see going here about 100 feet? She lost the blower belt as soon as she hammered it. It was in the air about 100 feet and it slowed it down. Yep. So we'll get her.
At the southern end of the track.
sound good. No, we better hope we got a good side set. They're out of Louisville, Ohio. If you're in Ohio, if you had been in Kentucky, it'd be Louisville. But it's Louisville in Ohio. Well, in Kentucky, it's Louisville. Louisville. That's like Shelbyville, Indiana, or Shovelville in a Shovelville. Oh, that's not good. Get her done, spin it up. It is done. That's right. Yeah. So we'll get the distance in just a second. This class is over. Yes, we will. And once again, we'd like to thank the 127th edition of the Sandwich Fair for letting us do it right here. Mr. Terry Blackford gets the green flag. Let's see what he can do, guys. Extremely armed and dangerous. Look out, boys. Look out. Well, that's not good. Well, that's... There's a reason Bill Illinois' car flew up the end. That's all that's good. Yesterday, the fellow said he'd be there in 30 minutes with another one, and exactly an hour and 30 minutes he was there. That is not good. Those pieces looked a lot like piston heads coming up the bottom. Yes, he unloaded several parts along the track, and he took quite a ride himself. That's why we've got 5-point harness inside the cage when it came down. 199.565 for Jocelyn. Pop up there. Maybe the supercharger, I think, does have, I guess, the equivalent to engine freeze plugs on there where they build so much pressure and they build too much, it'll actually pop it off to prevent damage to it. Usually compression like that, I'm just taking a guess, and my guess is that I've been too good tonight. We'll find out. They're walking around the front of that.
shot there. I'm telling you, this is one time that he had a hold of it, but just like that, he was right down around. Thank goodness. We'll have to wait and see.
Thank you.